This is the Royals POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Kansas City Royals. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome in to the Royals POSTCAST here on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I'm your host, Chance Liebau, and I'm here to bring you reaction to every single Royals game this season as the Royals have a big win today, 10-3 against the Philadelphia Phillies today. Royals take down the Phillies in Game 3. It was I think it was a frustrating series for the Royals, and they took out their frustrations in the finale. Things did not look great at the beginning. I was coming home from work, and I saw 2 homers in the first inning, and I thought, wow, that is not exactly what you want to see. And then all of a sudden, here comes Noah Cameron, just an absolutely dominant outing from him, and he is the subject today of what you'll be talking about.
This is what you'll be talking about.
All right, Noah Cameron, a really good day today for him. I was really impressed, and I have been really all season in the fact that he's just been dominant whenever he has the opportunity against a solid team. I mean, you think about the outings he had, against the Cubs back when they played at Wrigley, when he had opportunities. There have been times where he's gotten roughed up early and he's come through. I mean, heck, even look at his start against the Guardians earlier this week. He gave up a couple of runs in the first inning in that start. But other than that, he's been more than capable of going the distance and being able to get the job done. I'm going through his Savant page right now, or his baseball reference page, because in the first inning this season, he's got a 4.71 ERA, which is not great. And that was coming into today. Second inning, 3.43, 3 in the third, 3.43 in the fourth, 0.93 in the fifth, 2.25 in the sixth. And he's also gotten in and out of the seventh inning after today. Noah Cameron has been a borderline ace of the staff this season, and that was his best outing, in my opinion, all season, because you look at what he was able to do. He was able to get guys out. This is a really good Phillies lineup. Now, they are very left-handed reliant, especially with guys like Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper in the lineup. Brandon Marsh, getting him to go 0 for 3. But 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. That's more than enough on any given day for you to be able to make some noise and be able to really have an outstanding outing if you're Noah Cameron. Really good outing for him today. And I just continue to be impressed with what he was doing. I'm going to pull up here on Savant. We'll have you guys take a look as well. I'm going to share the screen here with you for the baseball Savant graphic. I mean, look at where the location is at. He used that curveball a ton today, and look at all of it just down in the zone, unable to hit it. 4-seam fastball playing up. Just see the tunneling of the pitches right here. You see those fastballs up in the zone, and then the curveball is playing off of it because it has that break to it. That was really exactly what the doctor ordered if you're wanting Noah Cameron to have a good outing. And you look at his the rest of his Savant page. As I'm having some trouble here with Savant, it's kind of not loading here. But with what he was able to do, he was outstanding today. I mean, the curveball was especially good. We needed to see a good outing for him on the mound with his curveball. Sometimes it just isn't great. And okay, we've got it back up here. The curveball, we'll pull it up here in a second because it was really, really good today. The curveball was fantastic. I mean, he got really good vertical break on it. He got an average of 10 inches of break, average of 11 this season. I mean, just getting it over is a really important thing for him. And then the fastball velocity also really, really playing up as well. You see the curveball was not in the strike zone a ton, but he got him to chase 50% of the time, and that's a 50% whiff rate on those curveballs. That's really, really good. 38% whiffs today for Noah Cameron. How often have we seen that from him? Our gripe and our complaint with Noah Cameron has been the fact that he has not been able to get out of those innings. He has not been able to do just that, be able to get guys out on his own. So really good outing for him today. And I think that he is more than willing or more than capable of being a frontline starter for this Royals pitching staff. He can replicate what he did today because that was really, really good stuff for Noah Cameron. All right, when we come back, we are going to give our player of the game. We'll talk about the offense because the offense was really good today, and we'll talk about that and maybe what to expect in the series against the Mariners. That's all coming up next on the Royals Postcast. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. The NFL season is here, as you already know. Obviously, it's Sunday. I'm sure a lot of you guys are waiting for the Chiefs game to start. And FanDuel is making sure you're ready for kickoff with a can't-miss offer. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. I love using FanDuel because it fits however you like to bet. Player props, building a same-game parlay, or even jumping in live as the action unfolds. My bet today in the Chiefs game, Tyquan Thornton to catch a pass on the first drive, plus 340. I think that is just absolutely lock. In terms of the odds you get there, FanDuel gives you the best odds for that bet. So absolutely take Tyquan Thornton to catch a pass on the first drive. Are you ready to play? Download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. Today's episode is also brought to you by PrizePicks. This episode is brought to you by PrizePicks, the daily fantasy app where making the right call can actually pay off. You and I make decisions every day, but on PrizePicks, being right means cashing in. With football back, PrizePicks is the simplest and fastest way to get in on the action. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player projections, and you can turn your takes into real prizes, all in less than 60 seconds. I've been playing PrizePicks lately, and it's such a fun way to stay locked in for the season. This week's max discounts include Travis Kelce over 1/2 receiving yard. Download the PrizePicks apps today and use code LOCKEDONMLB to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONMLB for $50 in lineups after your first $5 play. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. Today's episode is also brought to you by Nutrafol. You've probably seen a million ads for hair growth products and thought, sure, like that actually works. There are so many products out there, and it's actually hard to know which ones are actually going to do anything. That's why you should give Nutrafol a closer look. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. And it's not just hype. This is a supplement clinically tested that targets the root causes of thinning and shedding with a proactive approach. Whether you are at work, out with friends, or even just getting ready in the morning, Nutrafol gives you more confidence in your daily routine. And you can feel good about it, knowing Nutrafol is NSF certified and backed by peer-reviewed studies. See thicker, stronger hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering Locked On Royals listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code LOCKEDONMLB. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code LOCKEDONMLB. All right, let's talk about the offense before we get you guys out of here, because obviously we've got the Chiefs game. Everybody wants to get to that, but really impressed by the offense. And Justin brought up a great point. Salvi should just DH. I mean, you see what happens when, yesterday Salvi plays first. Today, Salvi DHs. Yesterday hits 2 home runs. Today hits another home run and drives in 5. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it is a causation. I think that there is a correlation between whether Salvador Perez catches, how much he is catching, and the fact that Carter Jensen is on the staff makes it more likely that Salvador Perez DHs the rest of the way. And I talked about it a little bit when we were first broaching the subject about Carter Jensen potentially coming up for the Royals. This was before he was even coming up. And I had said it's going to be crucial for him because he needs to have that seasoning with the pitching staff and needs the experience, the familiarity with those guys to make sure, okay, here's how we call games. Here is how we game plan around hitters. That's the reason why I think Carter Jensen for 2 weeks hasn't caught. It's because he doesn't know the pitching staff that well. He doesn't know the tendencies and how to call a game just yet. So for him today, getting an opportunity the last 2 days to get behind the plate with pitchers that he is familiar with, yesterday with Ryan Bergert and today with Noah Cameron, that's the reason why he's catching, is because he's familiar with these guys. Maybe not so much with a guy like Michael Wacha or Seth Lugo or Cole Reagans, where he hasn't caught them before and doesn't know how to call their games, what pitches they like, when they like those pitches. It's a little bit different catching than it is for every other position, because you have to be able to dissect, a pitching staff. You have to be able to not get overwhelmed at the plate. There's a reason MJ Melendez had to get moved off of the catcher position, because it was just too overwhelming for him and he wasn't hitting well. There's a reason why he just did not did not have success behind the plate as a catcher. He was overwhelmed, and it just was not good for him mentally. So they had to move off of him behind the plate. Carter Jensen's been pretty solid behind the plate. I mean, I haven't seen anything in terms of like frames that have been excellent or anything. Those aren't things that are readily available after the game, but I really liked what I saw from Carter Jensen behind the plate these last 2 days. The Phillies are not a team that runs the bases. They're not a team that really steals bags or anything. So I think that having him behind the plate was probably in step with what the Phillies game plan is on the bases. But getting Noah Cameron and Carter Jensen in the game, obviously 2 Missouri-born players, having that obviously camaraderie is great, but also allowing Salvi to just have some time off, have a little bit of a breather every once in a while. But I thought that's the big factor, is getting Salvi off his legs. I don't think Salvi should catch the rest of the season. There's no reason to have him catch another game this season other than just pure and stupid ignorance, in my opinion. But I did want to bring this number up for you guys. And we talked about it. I think it was a week ago when we talked about it, because the Royals this season, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I'm losing track of my days. But this season, the Royals have had some struggles when they play when they come up with a big offensive day. They have their struggles the next day. So we see here Royals this season, after scoring 9 or more runs, the next game, we went through every single game. I did this before the game, and then obviously they score a ton today. 5-0 loss, 3-0 win, 2-1 win. They did not score any of those 2 runs in regulation. 6-5 win, 5-1 loss, 7-1 loss, 4-3 win, 6-0 loss, 1-0 win. And they once again had 0 runs in regulation. And then 4 straight losses, 4-2, 7-0, 5-3, 5-1. Or 4-9 with 1.8 runs per game after having those outings with an offensive explosion. It's just not something that they are very good at. They're not very good at scoring after. They're not very good at scoring after putting up a big day offensively. So just didn't see much from the offense that we haven't seen before. The middle of the lineup was really good. You see the box score. Yaz gets a hit. A double even. Bobby 2 hits with a homer and a triple. Vinny 3 hits, scored 3 times. Salvi drives in 5. Michael with a pair of hits. So a really good day for the Royals on the hitting side of things. And those are really my only takeaways. Carlos Estevez left with an injury. That might be a bit concerning. He has been a bit of a struggle. He has been a bit of a strong piece for the Royals in the bullpen. And not having him going forward, I think it's probably best to just rest him. I think that with now 12 games left, 7 games back or 6 games back, I guess you could say, I don't think there's any reason to bring him back this season. Just put him on the shelf and go into next season and feel good about his health, because there's no reason to blow things up for him heading into the final stretch of games. All right, I know we had a really light crowd today. Chiefs playing at the exact same time obviously doesn't do good for our live numbers, but you can always listen to us after the fact, on demand, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also come back and watch these podcasts. I do my best to go through the comments after the fact. So if you are here live, or if you are here after the fact watching the video, feel free to leave a comment and feel free to let me know your thoughts, because I do my best to go through those, and maybe I'll respond to your comment. I know that I appreciate Justin for being here in the chat today. He's been pretty active here in the chat. We've only had a couple of people today just because of the fact that everybody's probably watching the Chiefs right now, and I do not blame you for that whatsoever. But appreciate you guys for being here. We will see you on Tuesday for another edition of the Royals Postcast.